Hello, I told you I'd make a video of how I break crates up, so I'm on the lookout for some old pallets. This is what happens when you build a house, so it's quite nice to use the things up. The weapons of choice for this job: crowbar, bloody great hammer. There's sort of different standards of pallets. This one's quite sturdy and it's got some quite nice wood on it. Some of pallets are getting quite flimsy, but you can use anything you can get your hands on. So these are some old fence posts, so they would make fantastic legs for maybe an island unit in the kitchen. So I think I've got enough legs for that. I'll probably bring those inside and start to dry them out a bit, but they should make something nice and rustic. I'm on the lookout for a slate crate here. No, I'm not a slate crate, plasterboard pallets. So these are good for making doors out of. So let's get one of these and rip it up. So we're just looking at these. We need to find some decent wood. So if you're going to use this pallet, you can see this has suffered some rot. It's been laying in my back garden for about 4 or 5 years. So we're not going to be able to use all the timbers on that one. I think I will try this one. The same again. We're going to probably lose the N2 timbers. Oh, it looks in better nick. We'll go for this. So let's start breaking this up. I tend not to do the ends first because that tends to split the wood, so we'll go for one end, take your crowbar, get it under the, whatever that's called, and give it a hiding. Just make it gentle. If you get it too hard, the wood will split. Follow on in a similar vein. Hopefully when you've finished you should land up with wood like this. We had one slight disaster with a crack, but the worst that's going to happen is you're going to make some firewood. And I think the rest of this stuff is going to be fine to use. Maybe chop the bad bits off, but that should be enough to make my door. Next on the list of things to do is to get the nails out. So get yourself a claw hammer, and I find the easiest way, just give it a tap. Turn it over, take the nail out, easy as that. Now I'm going to be extremely tight and keep these nails pretty rustic, and we might use them on something. I think that'll be it for today. It's getting fairly late in the evening. I'm getting a bit midged to death, which is a downside to Scotland, but the foreside to Scotland is the back garden. The next thing I'm going to do is chop the pallet into the lengths I require. It's better to cut it to length to start with before you sand it, because sanding a piece of wood that you're not going to use is just wasted effort. So obviously you could use a fag packet for this, but I think the old envelope does the trick. So we're going to take that pile of wood there and turn it into a door. I've moved on the nails. Don't be worried if you get rough bits like this on there. What we'll do after it's chopped to length, take a chisel to something like that and sand it down. Some bits you're not going to have to worry about at all, and we'll give it a coat of varnish, and this will just add to the rustic charm of it all. Same with the planks, but they're not too bad at all. I've used a couple of power saws here, but in all seriousness, I don't want to sound like your mother, but if you're not competent and confident with this sort of gear, then just don't use it. Just use a hand saw. It will save you some money on equipment as well if you haven't got any. We've just cut everything to length. All the nails are out, all the wood's in front of me, so we're now going to sand it down a bit. Right, on to sanding. This is what I use. So, oaky paper. It's a green paper, but it does last a long time. It's worth spending the extra few pounds, especially if you're using a power sander. I've got this tool, which is superb for what I'm about to do, and I thoroughly recommend dust masks. So get a decent one as well, don't skimp here, get a valved one. These are sort of a better grade than the cheap and nasty ones you get from Poundland. They're about as much use as a chocolate teapot, but these are far more comfortable to work with and actually do filter out more dust as well. So don't worry about what you look like, worry about your safety. This stuff has been outside for years, and you can see it's green in places. There'll be all sorts of horrible sort of microbes and stuff. Do your own research on this and make your own judgment. But basically I'm going to varnish and seal this wood, so I don't mind using it at all. I'd probably draw the line at using it for a bed for a toddler, for example, but as I say, do your own research and make your own judgment on how you feel about using this stuff, because there is microbes in it from being stored outside. The other thing you need to watch for, if you're not confident where the pallets have come from, then just be aware that they might have been used for storing chemicals and things like that. I know these were pretty clean pallets when I first got them, straight out of the building yard. I'm confident they weren't ever used for transporting chemicals, but just be sensible about it all. I'm now going to sand all these down with this beast, which is going to take me some time, and then that'll be it. I've got all my wood ready to make something out of. I hope you've enjoyed that guide and hope it's been useful. You just need to be creative now about your designs, but this lot's going to be a door, so I'll probably treat that as a separate project and do another video for it. Hope to see you soon.